Hello, hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday Throwdown. I had to think for a minute. I almost resorted back to Teach Me Tuesday, which was my old, which I may bring back. I don't know. Maybe I should bring back Teach Me Tuesday. But that used to be my Tuesday video, was Teach Me Tuesday. And now I've been doing Throwdown Thursday. Or no, it was Throwdown Thursday. It's now Tuesday Throwdown. Because of a work schedule change, but I'm so glad you're here. Thanks so much for joining me. Oh, I actually forgot to grab a prop that I had, but that's all right. We'll leave it because I don't want to open the door and invite the kitty cat in. We've got the dog hanging out with us today. She's just hanging out on the floor over there. We went for a super long walk this morning. It was actually like an hour and 10-minute walk. We walked to the beach, and I forgot how much longer it is to walk with the dog because she wants to stop and smell every little thing, especially because it was a new little route for us. So we haven't been down that way, and that means there's all sorts of fun things to smell. So it took us quite a while this morning, and I think my little girl's getting a little older, so she was tired. She is tired now that we had that nice long walk this morning, but we'll probably go again. I actually just shut the craft room windows because it's pretty noisy out there. There's actually, they're doing some work at a house across the street from us, and I'm on a pretty busy road. So when I have that window open, it gets a little noisy in here. So I didn't want the noise, so I can still actually be in here without, with the door closed and the windows closed and not be sweating my butt off yet. But it's beautiful here. It's like 63 degrees. It's gorgeous. It's a wonderful day. I might go and read my book out on the deck after this for a little bit. But I will say my allergies are kicking in, though. I have a pretty, it's not a bad headache yet, but it's pretty consistent right up here. So, yeah, so if I'm a little slow today, that might be why, but I'm pretty sure that's all allergies. But anyway, hi, Susan. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Jen Bach with Craft What Matters. I almost said By the Shore Stamping because that dies hard too. I'm super excited. I'm going to actually do a little scrapbooking with you today. So I'm using a stamp set or a stamp bundle that's new. It's finally back in stock. It came out actually in July. It's called Capturing Smiles. And you can see it's like cute little building a camera. And then it's got the coordinating dies. So those of you, hey Julie, that like to scrapbook, this is going to be a good one, I think, for adding extra little elements to your pages. Look at this. How cute is this? So you have a film strip right in here, right? And then it cuts out the little squares. But you get the squares when you cut it out too. I'll show you in a second. But then look, they have the little scenes that you can put into the film strips. So you could use those as little elements, or you could put photos in there too, right? Because you have that little die cut square, you could actually cut photos and put them in the film strip too, which I think is really, really cute. So there's lots of ways to use this bundle, and I'm actually going to use a page kit I put together from our page prep rally. Susan was there actually in January when I did a page prep rally. So I'll show you what page kits are, and then we're going to use one I prepped during that event to make today's page. So let's go ahead and flip the camera around and we'll share a little bit about this. So let me make sure, yeah, you can see that. This is one of the page kits. I actually made several. Here, I'll bring a few. So these are page kits, and page kits are basically photos, paper, embellishments, you know, trinkets, sometimes sketches, all the things I need to put together a quick page. So if I was to go for a crop, I could just grab a bunch of these page kits and I could actually put together pages because the cardstock is in here, like the cardstock base is in here, the patterned paper is in here, the coordinating cardstock is in here, and then I usually put some like miscellaneous embellishments and die cuts and things like that that might go with it too, so I can actually put together a page using just what's in these page kits. So these were 3 of the ones I made. I think I made 8 or 9 of them. I've put together a few, and I have a couple more back here too. Like, see, here's another one that I had, and I actually have a little sketch in there with it, so it's good. And this one I wanted to remember to put like certain stamp sets with it. And other things that I might need if I was going to put this together, this particular page. So they're just really great ways to kind of get yourself set up to craft without having to think too much once it comes time to craft. And I think the best part is like when you only have 15 minutes or so, you could actually grab one of these and put something together because everything's here. You could do this with cards too, I think. You could kind of put together some card kits if you had certain occasions you needed it for. Maybe you just pull one stamp set and then some miscellaneous pieces that you could kind of prep together. So I do that a lot with my misfit pieces. Like I will just grab my box of miscellaneous pieces, grab some card bases, and maybe a couple of sentiment stamps or two, and you can really put together a lot of different stuff with that. All right, so this one, I was wanting to scrap the just scrapping photos. So the theme for the event was, I think it was something wilderness, I forget. It was like wilderness or something, but some really cute pictures. And I wanted to, you know, we all got our little crafting t-shirts that Sulin got for us. Very fun. So this was me on the way up. And then, you know, just kind of a couple of group shots. So I wanted to scrapbook. I probably won't do this one because it doesn't really kind of go with the vibe here. But I really love a couple of these to put in here. So we'll see. I might use just the green ones, or I might mix and match some here. But I wanted to put a stamp set and a title with it, so that's where I pulled this in, because I think this is going to work really cute, because that was a photo op, so the camera will be really cute. And then I've got a couple of different options for what I can do for the stamped title. So in the page prep rally, I gave the attendees sketches that they could use and cut apart and put into their page kits. So this was one of the sketches that was provided as part of the kit. The replay of that event is still on my website, and you can actually still get it if you want to kind of take the workshop and learn about how to prep the page kits and get all the basics. That is all still available. So in here, I had a couple of different things that I threw in here. So obviously this is really cute and kind of goes with the book theme. I don't know if I'll use it for this one, but I put some different elements in here that I thought might work. And then of course, the pattern paper that I'm using is called Hobby Haven, and it's actually in the last chance list. So you can get this pack of paper for, I think it's $14.85 or something. So it's on sale. It's got the ephemera sheets, right? So you can see that's these. And then in addition, there's the pattern paper that's part of it. So you've got sewing and knitting, and then just kind of a background. This is the sewing knitting background. So you've got this cute little pink grid, and on the back side is just kind of plants, sort of like reading hobby kind of thing. And you've got this green, which I might use this, and the back side is baking. And you get 2 each of 6 designs, so you'll have a lot. You've got books, which is why I put that book. Like if I was gonna do this as a friend, like the book thing, I could do this with it too. This is just an older stamp that I had stamped already. And then this is the books as well, and then this is just the white bases that I had done. I don't know if I'm gonna do this as a 1 or 2 page. I have 2 pieces in here, but I might be able to do it in 1. We'll see. So I'm definitely liking the green vibe here with our photos. So I'm thinking maybe I will do, actually I like this picture of the 3 of us better. And then I want one, at least one of the group of us. Do I want to do the silly one? Or the whole group with our little shirts on? I don't know. This one's cute too, though. So hard. But I think, I don't know, I kind of like the fun one because that's very much us. And then the whole crew, except we kind of, actually we don't, do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're missing somebody in this one. Who are we missing? Nope, Adele's there. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's all of us. Okay. So I think I might just do, well, maybe not. I think I'll do the 2. We'll do the group. We'll just do a nice linear box here, I think is what I'm gonna do. So now I have all my stuff here. I have the cardstock, although usually I have some additional cardstock, and I didn't do that, but that's okay because I have this white piece here, and I'm actually going to use 1 white piece as the base, and then I'm gonna do a like a mat, I think. So let me trim down the photos a little bit. I hate to crop out our little mushrooms over here, but it's kind of not really symmetrical. So I'm gonna cut this down to like 5 1/4, like that. And then I gotta cut this one down to 5 1/4 too, so they'll be the same. Let's see. I don't want to cut too much of Jill or Jen out, so there we go. And then I'm going to trim this one just a little bit too. And we'll trim that down. That one, it doesn't really matter. I just didn't want. Okay. So now we have that. And now that's more the size I'm going to need for my piece behind it. So let me see. I keep doing that. It's the second time I've gone for my ruler and I knocked over all my blending brushes. That's all right. All right, so this is about 9 inches across, and hopefully it's about 8 1/4. So if I do a little white piece that's 9 1/4 by 8 1/2, that should give me a good base. So I'm gonna grab my trimmer, and I said 9 1/4 by 8 1/2. So let's just cut that down. 9 1/4 and 8 1/2. Okay. Now, oops, sorry, just hit the camera. And I can't see comments again. That's very frustrating. I don't know why I can't see them on my computer these days. Let me see if I come out of this and do it this way, if I can see, because it makes it much easier. Yes, there we go. Now I can see you. Okay. Hi, Jan. All right, so let's go ahead and just sort of attach these where I think I'm going to want them. So I just wanted like a little white border mat around all of these. Like that. And I probably could have made this a little, or either that, I'll make it a little bit bigger of a border. So that. There we go. Okay, so now we have that panel. I might be able to trim a little more off this part. So I'm gonna just go ahead and attach those down. That's gonna be the base part of the page. So we will go ahead and tape that down, and then I will kind of add some embellishments and add some extra stuff here. So this is kind of the easy part of the layout. We're just gonna do some quick assembly here. So I'm gonna just do that. I feel like getting the pictures down is kind of the key part of it, and there's a lot of white space up here, so I might be able to do something here too. But now, like, once this is here, now I can actually begin to figure out the rest of the page, because of course you want your photos to be the most important part, right? All right, so I'm gonna grab my scissors because I've got a little bit of excess stuff hanging off the side here. So another exciting news for today, if you're watching this live or within the first couple of days of when this goes live, Stampin' Up! Is offering double rewards on orders between April 15th and April 17th. So Wednesday through Friday, if you order, you're going to get double your rewards. So typically you earn 10% off of your order before tax and shipping in Stampin' Rewards. So you'll get double that, which is fabulous. I'm trying to get some of the gunk out of here to see if that helps, but it's not working the way I want it to right now. All right, so let's just do this. I'm gonna cut a 1/4 of an inch off 2 sides of this. There's one. And one. Okay. And that's gonna just be a mat for this white base. Okay. All right. So put these over here. I'm gonna go ahead and tape that down. I don't typically use a lot of ribbon or trim on my scrapbook pages, but if I do, I don't typically tie it around the whole page. So I feel comfortable taping this down, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm not likely to put ribbon around it. Uh-oh. It stuck down before I was ready. Okay. Ah, it's very sticky tape. And I've got this piece under here, so it's messing with me. I want to make sure I get it centered before I stick it down. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right, so we got that. And now we have this. Okay. So I did go ahead and do some prep work with this stamp set because I thought it would be cute. So I kind of went with that lemon lime green here in the corner. So I cut a little, I stamped the camera, then die cut it, and then stamped the little aperture. Is that what that's called? The little window thing in there. I stamped that and then assembled the rest of these pieces. So I'm going to use this somewhere. And then I also did a couple of film strips in the 2 different colors because I wasn't sure which color I would want. But see, when you cut these out, you also get these cute little insert pieces. So now I can kind of stamp on those, or you could add photos to this, but you'd have to have really small photos, right? So I'm just trying to think where I would like this. Because I also have some pattern paper and stuff too. So let's go ahead and look at what else I have for the pattern paper. This one doesn't, it's not bad. The pink works really well. We've got some pink in there. It's kind of subtle. I could see if I have any elements of this that would work, but it's more sewing than crafting. And I don't really love the blue side for this page, so I might stick with the pink. So I might do a little square of pink here, just to kind of add a little interest there. Let's do that actually, because the pink and green will still look cute too. So let's do, let's see, this is, how much was this? Oh, I just randomly trimmed it. I hate when I do that. So it is 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5/8, 3 and 5/8 by like 4 and 7/8. Oh, but I don't care about the height. It's just 3 and 5/8 that I need. And it was actually 1 line over that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll just do 1. There we go. And then for the height of this, I want it to be, what do I have for space? About 3.5. So I'm going to do 3 1/4. And then we can put that there. We always do like photos and shenanigans at these crop weekends, and they very rarely make it into my books. So I'm glad I'm doing this now. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit because it was a little too big. All right. So then we can put that here. Of course, now I did too much, but that's okay. Not really, because it's even with the photo. I think we're going to trim a little bit off the end here. Or I'll do some sort of little edging or something. All right. So I like that. I'm going to go ahead and tape that down too. I'm just committing today. Usually I lay everything out and then once I've got it the way I want it, I will commit. But today we're just going for it. Okay. So So we got that. I do know that I want to cover some of this, so I might actually take a little bit of cardstock to do that. Let's see what my titles are. So we could do life captured and maybe put that as, because that's a pretty good size. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna actually take a little piece of Pretty in Pink, or not Pretty in Pink, Petal Pink, which is that color. And I happen to have a little strip right here. So I want to cover some of that blankness up there, so I'm going to use that for where my title is going to go. I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. Probably about an inch is more than enough. And I don't want it to go all the way to the edge, but maybe to like right about there. So let's say like 4 1/4 will be good. All right. And then I'm going to do a banner end in it. I like to do the ends with a banner. I'm just trimming off some of the excess stuff here. So I'm thinking it will go like, oh, I'm covering Adele's head. So maybe we have to go up a little bit more. Like that would be good. Okay, and I might need to make it a little thinner. So actually I'm gonna stamp it first and then we can trim it down. So I'm gonna take the captured and I'm just gonna use kind of a basic color. I'm gonna use Early Espresso because it's a nice deep brown and that will go really well with this. I like to use a dark colored ink for my titles. So I'm going to actually stamp it close to the bottom here. I'm going to do a banner on this end so I can go as close as I want to the other side. Okay, like that. Oh, it looks like I need to re-ink my brown. Let me try that again. I'm going to go along the edges of my ink pad because typically we tend to go right in the middle so you pick up all the ink from there. So I'm just going to try that again, going to the edges. And then I need to make a note to remember to re-ink this ink pad. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we have captured, and then I'm going to do, it says lifes, but I'm going to just do life captured, and I think I'm going to do white for that. So let's see, I have a piece of white here and we'll just grab the lights and ink that up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that out. So we'll do lives because I don't want lives captured, I want life captured. Alright, so now I can trim this down so it won't be on Adele's head, which will be good. I'll trim it down just a little bit. And that will be good. Whoops. Alright, hold on. There we go. There's that. And then I'm going to actually trim this a little bit. And then do banner end. Oh, that wasn't really the middle, but close enough. There we go. So then we have that, and that will fit up here to cover some of that malarkey. And then I'm going to take my scissors and just trim this out carefully, so I can cut out that S. And you could use your trimmer here if you wanted to. I'm just hand cutting it. Okay. There we go. And then maybe do like that, life captured. I might have to put it down a little bit. Or maybe I just leave it captured. I don't know. Because I don't know that I like that one. Or you know what we could do? There's captured and moments. I like that better. Let's do that. Captured moments. That's better. Sorry, I should have looked closer the first time around. But that will work better, I think, too, because I can stick it underneath. So again, I'm going to go to the edges. I'm going to stamp this. Okay. And then, I don't know if I'm going to keep it straight or if I'm going to actually fussy cut around it. So let's just keep it straight for now. So if I do like that, captured moments. I'm covering her head, but I didn't trim it all the way down. I was just trying to see if I wanted to, I think I'll leave it squared off. So let me just trim this down like that. And then we can stick that under here like this. Captured moments. There we go. Okay, I like that better. Okay, so we've got that. Now we need to do a little bit of the decorating. So I definitely want to use this little camera thing here. So we'll do that. And actually, I might kind of do this and then maybe stick the film things underneath like that. And then, oh, you know what I could do? Oh, I know. So we could kind of put these back in and do, just so it pops off that a little bit better. And then on the other one, this top one, I can stamp looking good on it. I like that better. So we'll do that. We'll kind of stick them together. So let me move this for a second. We're gonna grab the, take that off for a minute. There's this little tiny looking good, or actually we could do photo op. Actually, maybe we'll do photo op because that's what that was. We'll do the little photo op here with the early espresso. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this, do photo op. Cute. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tape this down. Just gonna use a little bit of liquid glue for this. I could use a little bit of twine or something on the top of the film strip, maybe. Come on, it stopped behaving. There it goes. I don't want to use a lot. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Dad's home and the dog might go a little crazy here. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna go tape this down. Okay. And then I'll just use regular tape for this. Here, photo op. This one I'm gonna keep it plain, I think. It's not gonna show that much. Like that. And then this one's gonna go over here like this. And so I was thinking we could do a little bit of twine around that. I thought I saw, yeah, I have a tiny bit of twine left here. So what if we do this and we just wrap it around this tag a little bit and tie it in a knot for now. I might tie it in a bow when I'm done, but I just want to secure it first. So we'll do a little bit. I do really like to do a little bit of texture on each of my layouts too, so that would be that. I'm gonna actually probably tie it in a bow, but for right now I'm gonna just pop it down here. I kind of want to pop it up, but it's gonna be too much of a pain to pop up, so I'm gonna just use my liquid glue. The top part will be kind of popped up just because of the ribbon being there, but that'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of adhesive. I'll do adhesive above and below the ribbon to keep that really secure. Add some more along the edges here. And down the bottom. And then once I've got this on here, I'm going to go ahead and pop the camera on, but I'll do that with some dimensionals. And of course I have to secure this down because it's moving around here, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to do this. Okay, we'll get that down. And I'm going to put these in the middle of this one. And you can like go as crazy as you'd like with this, right? I probably won't go super crazy with the amount of embellishing I'm doing with this, just because you guys are watching. So I'll just do a little bit here, and I can always share the finished layout when I'm done. Sorry, the dog's excited because Dad's at the door, so she's anticipating him coming in, but he's not because he must have heard me talking. All right, so we got that. I don't know. I might kind of like it better as a knot instead of a bow, but we'll see. So let me grab some glue dots. We'll glue dot that down, and then because it's kind of folding over on itself, so I'm gonna glue dot that down so it stays the way I want it. There we go. And now I still have to tape this stuff down, but I'm gonna put the camera on, and I think I'm gonna do it kind of on an angle. I do want to trim the bottom of this panel off though first, so let's do that. I'm just gonna take a little bit off because it's a little wonky on the measurement. There we go. All right, now I think I'm gonna pop this on with some dimensionals, but before I do that, let's see if there's anything. I might want to add a little more of the pink back there too, just to kind of break it up. I'm thinking like a 12 by 12 strip. Not 12 by 12. 12 inch by, I don't know, 2 maybe? 1.5. Let's go with 1.5. Okay. That might not be wide enough. We'll see. So we do that. And then this. Actually, I think I want it on the other side, so it's not conflicting with the other. And I might actually, I know I said I didn't like some of the other paper, but it needs something else. So I'm thinking maybe this one, because that's kind of woodsy. So I'm going to do another strip. Maybe we'll do 2 3/4 on this one. Could be books too, but I won't. So just to kind of anchor that a little bit, kind of like that. Okay, I like that. That works. And then we can put this popped up here, and then we need to put our title back. And then I may have some other little embellishments from my my page kit that we could add in here. So let me just tape this down first. Sorry, I kind of threw that. That was loud. We'll tape that down. And then we'll do this one. So you can see that having a page kit and then like a simple stamp set makes it go much easier. And I'm really only using like one color of ink. So prepping these kits in advance is a huge help. All right. Why is this not lining up? There we go. Okay. Take that down. And I am going to put this on with dimensionals. If I can find my dimensionals. There they are. And actually, I'm going to grab this whole stack of stuff, because this was the stuff in my page kit. I don't need any more of the photos. We'll put those in for another one. I'm not going to use that. But some of this stuff might come in handy. So, okay. So remember how at the beginning of this video I said it's okay that this time of year I can have just the windows closed and the door closed so the cat doesn't bother me and that I wouldn't die, but I'm kind of dying now. It's hot in here. All right. And I have a fan on, but if I put it on too much higher, it's going to be super noisy, so. And if I have the windows open, that's really noisy. So there we go. All right, so I went a little crazy with the dimensionals. But let's attach this. And attach that here. Okay, I don't remember the date of this crop actually, so I'm gonna have to look that up so I can put like a little, I'll probably just do like a little white banner that says, you know, just scrap in February, whatever. I think it was February, maybe it was, no, I think it was September actually. I don't remember. So I gotta look it up. And then I can add that part to the page. I am gonna pop this up. This is gonna hang off the edge a little bit, so I don't really wanna put dimensionals over there. So I'm just gonna leave them kind of to the side here. And this is where I was saying I could have put twine through here too, but we put it above, so that's fine. All right, I'm gonna put that kind of on an angle like that. Okay, and then we need to put this here. I'm gonna do the moments underneath. So, whoops, moments. I went off the edge. Let's just tuck that down here. Right above Adele's head, so we're sure we don't cover up her head. So I'm gonna do right above and right up against the edge of the photo, like that. And then I might actually pop this one up, maybe? No, I'm just gonna leave it flat. It kind of lines up perfectly with the top of the photo, which is cool too. So I'm gonna just line that up there. Okay, captured moments. And then I do feel like I might want a bigger title, but I don't know. Now I'm just gonna see, like, does any of this stuff that I have here work? Oh, this would have been cute too. I could have used that in that corner, but that's okay. I did have some embellishments, so we'll use those. And then let's look at the ephemera actually that was in this pack. See if there's anything else that would work. I was thinking that frame would work, but it was a little too small. But we have some greenery that might be cute. I'm gonna take that one and this one because they're just white, so I keep dropping everything, but that's okay. Like, it'll just be kind of a cute little embellishment here. Kind of coming out there. Maybe it should be a little higher, like that. And then, like I said, I might do, actually I might move it down a little bit because I think I might do like a bigger title here. So let's go ahead and just add these in here. And I think add some bling, and then I'll search through my stamp sets to see what I've got for a bigger sentiment, and then I might pop that on the bottom there. So let's stick this in here. Just kind of sticking it under. I think I wanted it a little lower. Right there is good. Okay. I could have inked it a little bit too, but I don't want to take away from the photo, so I just wanted something to kind of be a placeholder there underneath a larger sentiment. So we'll do that. Stick that here. No, I don't want it off the page. There we go. Okay, there's that. And then actually, they do have this, but the colors are off. We could use this little heart, or I could cut a heart too. I have this one, which would work because I've got the blue in there. Or what if I put it in here? That's cute. Oh, I might do that. I like that. Okay, let's do that. Although I feel like I still need to put something over there. I'm just looking at the ephemera. There is another camera, but I feel like that's a lot. Oh, I could do maybe that so that I can write the date and the location. So I'm gonna just stick that in like right up to that line. Okay. All right, and then a larger sentiment, which I will do. And I think I'm happy. We'll just add some bling. Unless I wanna, there's a cute little scallop. That's cute. Maybe, oh, that's cute. I like that too. Let's go ahead and add that in here too. Adding all the things. I'm gonna do it right above that captured moments. Like that. There we go. Okay. I'll write the date and the location of this one. Let's attach our little heart. And then I'll find a sentiment. And we can call it scrapped. Look at that. All right. Where's the opening for this? Here it is. Maybe. Come on. Why won't this come out? Come out. Okay. Let's add some bling to this. Let's do, I'll do one here, and then maybe one here, and here. And then maybe we can do there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we technically need one more. Let's do a larger one over here. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. Finished page. It went a little longer because I was talking, but what did we do? Like maybe 30 minutes we had a finished page. So really easy way to get some pages done quickly. Especially when you're not chattering. So if you're interested in learning more about the page kit process, that's on my website. You can go to visit craftwhatmatters.com and then just click on Page Prep Rally. Otherwise, be sure to check out the online store and the last chance items. You can also find that through craftwhatmatters.com tomorrow through Friday, when you'll get extra rewards. So normally if you would get 10 Stampin' rewards, you'll get 20. So it's double the rewards, which is awesome. So if you have anything you need or you want to take advantage of some of those last chance products, that is the time to do it. All right, my friends, thanks so much for watching today. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.